My father was diagnosed with prostate cancer when I was 44. I was almost 45 at the time, and he presented with a fairly aggressive case, and immediately started on me, son, go get checked. Following kind of the standard of care at that time, I was told begin testing at age 50, particularly with your father having prostate cancer. So I went when I was 50, expected nothing, expected to walk away with no news, and literally left that visit with it kind of hearing you most likely have cancer. We'll need to do a biopsy to determine. And I just remember sitting there. It was like the room just started spinning. I'm like, how can this be? I had what's called a radical prostatectomy, remove the prostate gland, and I still hoped for the fact that might be kind of result in a cure. And it was pretty quickly evident that was not the case.
We got back to the car, and the first thing we did was just reach for each other and big hug.
I had gotten to the point where, even though surgery had failed, radiation had failed, but this was in the period where I kind of, the first line hormone therapy drug that I was on seemed to be kind of working, in that it was holding the numbers steady. So that was the first point where it's kind of like, I'm not cured, but it's being managed well. And it started to feel like, okay, we're on the other side of this thing. And then comes January 2015, when Diana goes to get her mammogram done, and we're very quickly in a process where we hear the same words for her: you have breast cancer.
I'd had a mammogram in April of 2014, and clean. And then about 4 months later, I found a lump. When I found that, I waited about a week because I knew not to wait very long. And it was just, I didn't wait for me. I waited because I knew the terror.
Yeah. Well, it was
The terror I would see in his eyes. It was a dark day, but we knew how to get through it. We'd have been through it. My first day of chemo, and I walk in, and there's this smiling face behind the counter, and it was a girl I graduated high school with, went to church with, grew up with, and she ended up being my nurse throughout. It was a wonderful support to have. We've developed so many relationships at UC Health. I mean, there's just so many faces when you walk in the door that remember you or say hi.
It's just a place we feel good about. I'm proud of that we have it here in our city. I'm really kind of proud that there's no resting on the laurels. I mean, Dr. Barrett just keeps trying to push things forward.
When you have someone walk up to you and you have your little bald head, and they say, I can tell you're going through something. And I've been there. I've been there. And I can tell you, you're gonna come out of it on the other side. It's amazing how many people do that for you and just give you so much strength and so much hope.